Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you guys my Raizer deck profile for August 2013. This is a pretty fun deck that I've used the past couple times at locals. The whole deck is based around getting perfect Raizer as your vanguard and boosting him up with all the Raizer units in your soul. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the deck profile. For starters, I use 4 Battle Raizer. He's pretty much the main unit of the deck because pretty much Raizer Custom, high-powered Raizer Custom, all get boosted for having Battle Raizer behind the card as a booster, but you don't want to boost with it because they already get a power-up just by having it behind him. You want to keep him on the field as long as you can so you can have an extra unit in the soul for Perfect Raizer. And you also use him as your starter, so it counts as one of your grade zeros. So you only have 16 grade zeros in the deck. And I also use 4 Turbo Raizer, just because 8 stand in this deck is pretty much critical. Pretty much because you'll be standing a lot of your rear guards. I also run 4 draw triggers, just because you need that extra draw power, and 4 heal. I will run crits eventually, and most likely take out the draw triggers, but that'll be once we get minimum Raizer, just because he is another Raizer card, so he helps with the consistency. For grade 1s, I run 4 Raizer Custom. Pretty much starting off with him is pretty good because when you attack, you can have him at 12k already just by having Battle Raizer behind him. And plus, he's a Raizer, so he will be able to go into the soul with Perfect Raizer. And I also run 4 Burst Raizer. He really helps with that extra boost because besides Magician Girl Kirara, which I also run in the deck, he's the only one that utilizes counterblasts just to boost up his power by 1,000 with each counterblast. So I like to run 4 of him. And I also run 3 Screaming and Dancing Announcer Shout. He pretty much helps with hand consistency. If I want to drop a trigger, hope to get a grade 3 or grade 2, whatever I need, I like to run 3 of him. And I'm also running at the moment 3 Twin Bladers. I like it at 3. I might try 4 in the future, but I'm still pretty comfortable because I always manage to get one. Like I said, with dropping and drawing with Screaming and Dancing Announcer Shout, it really helps to get these in my hand pretty early. And for grade 2s, I run 4 high-powered Raizer Custom. This is pretty much just the original grade 1 Raizer Custom effect, except he's at 1600 power, 16,000 power when he attacks. So it's not bad. And also, you want to possibly be able to ride this, so you can also get another one in the soul. But having it on rear guard is good as well, pretty much because he'll go in the soul as soon as you ride Perfect Raizer. So that's why you got to run 4 of that. And I'm also running 2 Trans Raizer. The reason I run Trans Raizer, besides the fact that he is a Raizer card, also because he helps with field consistency. When he's placed on Vanguard or Rear Guard, I reveal the top card of my deck. If the revealed card is a grade 1 or 2 Nova Grappler, I call it to rear. If not, shuffle my deck. So like I said, he just helps with the field consistency. But I only like to run 2 because 4 is just too risky, and same with 3. And the biggest problem the deck has is draw power, so I'm running 4 Magician Girl Kirara. Like I said, besides, what was his name? Burst Raizer, Kirara will be the only one that you'll be using counterblasts for, so you can get off plenty of draws with her. That's why I run 4, so you can make sure you are getting those draws out. Pressure your opponent with 2 Kiraras on rear guard, so you're always constantly drawing. It really helps them use up their hand, and plus you get those draws off, like I said. And I also run 2 Street Bouncer, like I said, just for draw consistency, and with 8 stand triggers, pretty much I rest Street Bouncer, and I can attack first with the Vanguard, hoping I get a stand trigger so I can stand Street Bouncer and make him a 13,000 attack hitter that turn. So I like to run 2, mostly run 2 because 4, like I said, can be a dead draw. And we'll move on to grade 3s. I run 4 Perfect Raizer. Like I said, he's the main card of the deck. When he's placed on Vanguard, you put all your Raizer rear guards into the soul, and he gets plus 3,000 for each one. And if you have 4 or more Raizers in the soul, he gets an extra critical as well. So that really helps put the pressure on your opponent. He's the extra critical you need, since at the moment I'm not running critical triggers. The only problem is you want to make sure you have 1 Raizer in your hand, because if you don't have another Raizer on the field besides him, he'll get minus 2,000, and you'll be sitting at a 9k Vanguard, which is something you don't want. And I also run 4 Mr. Invincible. The reason I run this card is mostly because of his soul charging ability. So you can get extra risers in the soul. So if you have him as the Vanguard, you can constantly soul charge risers into the soul and then get ready for perfect riser that way, just in case you only have a few riser units on the rear guards. So when you go ahead and ride him, you won't have the 4 in the soul to get his extra critical, which is why I like to run Mr. Invincible. Plus, as Vanguard, he's also unflipping your used damage, so you can reuse Kirara and Burst Riser. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy. It's really fun. I definitely recommend giving Risers a try. They're a unique kind of deck, and that's pretty much it. Hope you guys like the deck profile. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Qualia out.